Hey guys, J-Games here again. This would be what if Goku had unlimited S-cells. By unlimited, I mean like Goku would have an overflowing amount at birth. Like he has enough at birth to become a Super Saiyan immediately, but that's just from Bardock and Guinea. So basically, Bardock had gone Super Saiyan, killing Frieza's grandfather, and those cells kept being passed down. Bardock never learned how to control Super Saiyan because his body's not strong enough. But still, he had enough S-cells to become a Super Saiyan again, just couldn't control it. Those cells eventually passed on to Goku, and then Goku kind of just kept them. Raditz didn't really inherit any because he's a very bad person at heart. Well, Goku's always soft-hearted. So Goku would eventually, nonetheless, be sent to Earth, regardless. And at birth, he already had a power level in the hundreds. I don't know why I'm struggling with words a lot more today, but he had a power level in the hundreds. I'm going to say around 200 at birth. So as he arrives on Earth, he can basically solo most of the planet by himself with no effort. So the one person that can put up a fight is either Roshi, Shen, and Tao. That's really just it. And I guess Tien would put up a decent fight, but that's about it. But Goku arrives, and with his SLs, which would mean he's very kind-hearted, he proceeds to basically just, be a very kind kid. So he never hit his head and still remembers his parents. So yeah. But he actually has an aptitude for combat, and with his memory still being kept, I guess, normal. The only difference for him is basically that he is, how do I phrase it? Well, he's not, he's decent, he's average intelligent for someone his age. He's average. But Goku just proceeds to just be raised by Grandpa Gohan. Eventually, most of the series goes out the same way. Just Goku one-shots every opponent he comes across, and just one-shots them, or power charges up his ki, and then they escape. And Goku physically is a lot like Kid Trunks or Kid Goten, but one that's iconic is Kid Trunks in the weight, not weight, I guess it could be called weight. One thing that comes to mind is Kid Trunks in the gravity chamber. How did you see him just the short tank top just powering Super Saiyan? Goku, when him and his team were trapped in this giant room, as an arm was somebody to grab Bulma, Goku basically had a moment like that where he was most concerned for his friend and just powered up, not Super Saiyan, powered up his ki a lot. Point where he got a 10 times multiplier. So when he got the 10 times multiplier, he had gone from around, at this point he was around, at birth he was 200, trained from Grandpa Gohan, he's at around 235. He didn't improve much with Grandpa Gohan. Grandpa Gohan didn't really help him improve at all. He was too strong for him. But Goku, now, with actually training from Yamcha, who actually put up a good fight constantly, because Grandpa Gohan, Yamcha actually had Grandpa Gohan in endurance as Grandpa Gohan's, getting older. So, yeah, he's a regular human. It was Yamcha, but Yamcha's young. But Goku, with help from Yamcha, actually got up from 235 all the way up to 270. So he actually did do decent margin, but still not a lot. So, wait, check this real quick. Yeah, I thought, Yamcha did about as much as Grandpa Gohan did, but still Goku's almost at 300, which is still pretty impressive. But Goku just flares his ki. He having this Team Trunks moment with Vegeta just no Super Saiyan. But Vegeta does spike up a bit, and he destroys the whole castle himself with that pressure. Well, he destroys everything besides the room they're in. The pressure he controlled it, making it shoot out of his back, only destroying the whole castle and flattening it. They go through it, and she does know to basically just cover his eyes, and they ask why he's doing that. And they're aware he's an alien. He hasn't told them about the gray ape yet. He says, if I look at the moon, I turn into a giant monkey. What would be a good comparison, I guess? King Kong. I turned into King Kong. Bulma had been exposing Goku to a lot more media because he's more eager to learn about it. So King Kong was one of the things he had learned. That was just one funny moment between him and Bulma and Yamcha and everyone else. So Oolong and Bulma were more keen on making Goku and Yamcha more civilized and just hip to the current times. So Goku basically said if he looked at the moon, he turns into King Kong. So yeah. But when they go Dragon Balls, they don't have a wish in mind. Goku actually wants to know if his planet survived. The planet Vegeta survived. That's his one wish. And if it didn't, can they bring his parents back to life? Or can Shenron bring his parents back to life? Shenron will answer these two questions gladly, because Kami actually is very intrigued by Goku's power. Because briefly, when he was at 270, he shot up to around 1,000 pretty effortlessly. And that was him holding back his power. But with this, Shenron, she says, sorry, but your planet is gone, leaving only a few remaining Saiyans. being your brother and the prince, his guard, and a few exiles. And your parents did not survive, and I cannot bring them back. It's been too long since they have passed. Though so, I shall be leaving, but that Shinra had left. But now Goku doesn't know what else to do. He has Roshi. Roshi's like, nope, you're already a lot stronger than me. I know this for a fact. So, how about this? This is where Korin's tower is. Head there immediately. That Goku jumped on his Kito and flew off immediately. As he flew off, he just proceeds to keep on his cloud. But Goku actually proceeds to meditate. And he tapped into the sadness he felt when he heard that his race is completely dead. One person being his brother, who's alive, but his brother seemed to have none of the potential he has. Meaning that, well, from what he heard from his mother and father's conversations, Goku's power comes from his positive emotions, while Raditz is so weak because he's such a negative being. So either his brother's still really weak because he's awful, like his brother's scum of the earth. That's what he's thinking. He's trying to go through every possibility, like trying to go through like random things he thinks, like just random bad thoughts he has. But with this, he riles up his emotions, and he just powers up on his own negative emotions. He shot into Super Saiyan, but only for a split second. Because Trunks and Goten went Super Saiyan through a temper tantrum. I don't think it's too far off that Goku would just make himself angry and then go Super Saiyan at this age, because they went Super Saiyan younger than he did. They're like 8 and 9 years old in Super currently, I believe. Actually, no. Trunks was born in the Cell Saga. A few years pass, going on to the Buu Saga. At this point, Trunks won Super Saiyan like the Buu Saga around that area, like or before that even. So yeah, probably. So he was still younger than Goku. But yeah, I am lowballing Goku for his amount of S cells. So yeah. But Goku does eventually get to Korin's tower, and he flies right up there. Climbing it would be no biggie. He just wanted to climb, not climbing, wanted to fly. So as he got up the tower, he eventually would just proceed to talk to Korin, and at this point there's no Yajirobe. So Goku actually gives all the information he knows about his race, from what he barely remembers, being Ozaru and Zenkai and positive emotions, like the three things he knows. Positive means strong, negative means scum and weak. Moon looking at a full moon means that I turn into King Kong. And if I get injured severely enough, I can get a boost in power. Korin's like, okay, good to know. Drink this divine water. That Goku picked it up, drank it, and struggles for around 5 minutes before he just shoots up. And, well, not 5 minutes, but he struggles for a few minutes before he just wakes up eventually. And he went from around, at this point, well, with his negative emotions giving him a bit of with his anger, he got a bit of a multiplier going from 270 to around 290. Then the moment he drank the divine water and chugged it, and now, well, he puts the thing down, he eventually had, well, he went from around 290 all the way up to, I'm going to say, let me pause real quick, actually. Goku shot all the way up to around 452. And during the Saiyan, she began learning how to do Super Saiyan, and that's 50 times multiplier. Let me figure out what that was. I forgot to include that. Yeah, Goku at full power mops Vegeta. That's as simple as I'll say it. He mops Vegeta until Vegeta goes to Great Ape. Like, the only shot that anyone has at beating Goku at full power is either Nappa or Vegeta going Great Ape. One of those two. That's really about it. Like, I'll go with people that can beat Goku as a Super Saiyan. People that can beat Goku as a Super Saiyan. Literally all the Ginyu Force besides Goldo. So like Birder, Jace, Raccoon, and Ginyu. And then you would have Frieza, Zarbon, Dodoria, King Cold, Great Ape Vegeta, Great Ape Nappa, and things like so. Jace, Birder, Raccoon, and Ginyu. Great Ape Vegeta, Great Ape Nappa, Frieza, King Cold, Cooler, Beerus, Whis. That's about it. Those are the only people in the universe that can beat Super Saiyan Goku, plus Zarbon and Dodoria if I didn't say them. But yeah, those are the only people that can beat Goku. There's like a little bit of a handful of them, that's about it. And then Buu isn't alive currently, and neither are the androids, so yeah. Even Goku right now, like, it's gonna be hard as hell to beat him. And then, assuming assuming Nappa and Raditz aren't as strong as they are in Z, they may be about as on par with Goku, maybe even weaker. But I assume Raditz is weaker, Nappa may be stronger. So yeah. But Goku, he did got this strong in the span of 1 week, and had learned Super Saiyan in 1 week. Then in 2, he learned the next week he learned how to control it. Then the rest of the time he just proceeded to just train Super Saiyan. And eventually during this time, he spent like all the time he'd spent training with Roshi and Krillin at Korin's tower. First time he even met Yajirobe on like one of his visits down to see Bor and Oompa. He met Yajirobe just wandering around, and Yajirobe lives on Korin's tower now. But on the last month, Korin's like, "Yep, just go see Kami." So that Goku actually trained to Kami for 1 month. So yeah, as he trains to Kami for 1 month, he learns how to fly. He already had Kamehameha. So yeah. He basically just trains insanely hard and grows insanely strong. So yeah, So by the time Goku had left Kami's lookout, he's at a power level in his base form. Plus he also lost his tail, but in his base form he's at around 700. He's that high in power. So no one can beat him. Not even full power. Demon King Piccolo. Not even him at full power. So yeah, Kami does acknowledge this. Let me find Goku Super Saiyan power because I keep forgetting. 35,000. That is him at Super Saiyan. So now Great Ape Nappa can barely stand a chance, and well, Zarbon and Dory are fucked. So the best way to say it. And he may be able to actually compare to Birder. So yeah. But with this, Goku just mainly proceeds to head down to Earth. Well, he's already on Earth, but heads back down to the surface of it. As Goku heads back down to the tournament, everyone's shocked to feel how strong he is. Like, the pressure he's emitting is just monstrous. And with Goku being Goku, but also a bit intelligent, and actually wanting to see his friends, he reached out to Yamcha and Bulma to come and see him fight. They arrive, Yamcha ends up participating, and, well, his first fight is against Krillin. Actually, well, since Goku wasn't there, he did double the training. And Krillin actually have a power level of around 130, around there. Yamcha has just been basking in his bit of fame as a baseball player. And Yamcha barely even trained. He's at around, well, with Goku, he jumped up to 90, but then he went to about 100. I'll say like now, he went to 90 when Goku had stopped Pilaf's gang. Then with a bit of training he barely ever did, he went to around 110. Of Krillin, who's barely above him and did double the training, but still mopped Yamcha because Yamcha didn't focus on martial arts, just focused on building muscle. That's about it. No martial arts or anything. It didn't focus on speed, just building muscle mass, and barely ever any speed workouts. So yeah, Yamcha was just slow, lazy, and at best he had Krillin at physical strength, and that's about it. For the next fight would be Krillin versus it would be Goku versus Jackie Chun. So as Goku and Jackie Chun fight, well, Jackie Chun just seems Goku like a foe that he could never beat, ever. Like, Goku's simply too strong for him to compare to, and Roshi acknowledges this. Eventually, halfway through the fight, with Goku holding back, eventually Roshi just jumped back, panting and sweating, and he just says that his body's told to keep up with this, he forfeits. And before he forfeits, he takes off his wig and fake beard, revealing I don't think the beard was fake, I think it's just the hair. He then takes off the fake hair, saying he's Musen Roshi, and then that Goku now actually takes the place of the best martial artist on Earth. When everyone hears this, they're amazed, and they applaud Goku. The next fight for Goku versus Krillin. Krillin being panting and kind of nervous, but Goku had just winked, and Krillin immediately realized that Goku wasn't to hold back on him. Krillin should not hold back a single ounce of power. That Goku had been expressing his power going down to around 200 not its lowest, but around 200, so the fight didn't look fake. As he's fighting Krillin puts up a decent fight with surprise Goku, but eventually Goku had actually jumped in the air, and he not at Krillin for him to fire off Kamehameha for Goku. Goku actually began using his hands to actually push it back a bit, and as he landed on the ground, he began pushing Kamehameha back to his own physical strength, and began walking forward through the blast. Which realized that Krillin's Kamehameha simply just tweaked to harm Goku. He ended up holding back a bit just so his body could actually take the full brunt of the blast. Then suddenly Krillin sent flying, and the blast was disabled. This is Goku's hand was out, but his body is obviously a little bit like grazed and burned. But we just see just Krillin, who's just shot into the wall, like just panting and coughing a bit. But he said that Goku was a fun fight. Goku said the feelings mutual. And with that, eventually Goku has to drop the Red Ribbon Army. This fight ended really fast. Like each fight ends fast. Like it ends in seconds. There's not even there's not even 1 minute for a fight. Against Tao, Goku and Tao fought. Tao fired off one ki blast, and then Goku fired off his own ki blast from one hand. Tao had to use all his power with this ki blast. Goku used one hand and blew apart that blast, and then blew apart Tao. That's how ridiculously strong Goku is. He killed Tao with one hand. The fight barely even started. He just dodged all Tao's strikes and just kicked him once. Then Tao tried to fire off the ki blast. Then Goku used one arm and blew the blast apart and almost killed him. So yeah. So with this, Tao's basically dead. That's the best way to say it. But Jiro's able to salvage his body. Goku had beaten all the generals and destroyed their whole Red Army base. But now Jiro actually doesn't acknowledge Goku as a foe he could possibly never even beat, even if he's a grown man. Goku's a foe he thinks it's impossible to overcome. This is taking more thought into his androids and actually keeps Tao. Tao's his first product and will actually enhance Tao's power to the utmost degree. Goku eventually hits Hexacorn's tower, just to train a bit and just check him on Yajirobe, Bora, and Oompa. Eventually he just jumps in the air as high as possible, then they kick the air one more time as he lands on the lookout. And Kami just laughed at how easy that was for Goku, as it would take Kami currently a few dozen times to do that. Kami is not that strong right now. But Goku had said that he has a theory that if Kami trains a bit, the Dragon Ball can upgrade it and he can bring his parents back with those. Kami as Goku to be sure, but Goku had said he's not too sure actually, but he wants to try. But suddenly, Kami hears a voice in his head, and it's King Kai. Now he had heard everything, and basically told Kami that Goku should be weary if he brings back. Some people here actually do not want to bring back. They're happy where they are. Goku should at least come to the afterlife and try to find his parents to know if they want to be brought back. Goku agreed to this. This once Kami told him to, and Kami brings Goku to the afterlife. Brings Goku to the afterlife. That Bardock and Gine are summoned, and they see Kakarot. Goku sees them, and they realize how strong their son is. Bardock responds to how strong Goku is, and she begins talking to him for a bit. As Goku and Bardock talk, eventually Bardock had Goku has settling on Earth. Goku says he's doing good. He made a lot of friends. He made sure he doesn't turn into a great ape and hurt anyone. He's just trying to do his best and make the Earth as peaceful as possible. And that's when Kami approaches him, saying he's the deity of Earth. He's the god of Earth, and Goku's someone that Kami actually admires and wants to be like. Pause real quick. Sorry, I had to go eat, but I'm pretty sure I was at basically Kami putting on the conversation between Bardock, Gine, and Goku. What they call him Kakarot, and he didn't know that was a saying, and he kind of forgot it. He remembered images, but not much speech, unless it came to power, because that's what Goku admires and likes most, is power and strength and everything like that. But Kami basically said that Goku is someone who's far stronger than him, even though he's the god of Earth, and he actually wants, he looked up to Goku more than anything else, and he actually would love it if they at least can tell Goku something to convince him to become the next Kami, or god of Earth. Bardock looked into Goku's eyes, looks at Kami, told Kami that Goku honestly doesn't want anything to do with the position of Kami, but from what his son's eyes say, he'll always be someone to protect Earth, and he'll always be someone strong enough to make sure Earth will never fall. And I assume that also means under Frieza, right? Goku just said, I don't know who that is, but I'll make sure it never happens. Making it just laugh at how aloof her son is, but also how willing he is to fight someone who's probably out of his league. With that, Bardock went to his knees, hugged Goku, Gine joined in, and with that, they separated, and Bardock said that Goku doesn't want to be Kami, and now that he sees that Goku's doing just fine, he has no interest in being brought back to life. All he wants to do is basically see his son at least once. That is it. And if it's just at least once every month, once every year, he's okay with that. This made Goku start bawling his eyes out. As old Bardock and Gine head back into the gates of the afterlife. Bardock to wherever he is going to, but with how much he slaughtered, I'd guarantee it's the H place with the HEL. And then with Guinea, she hasn't really been that bad of a person, so I'd probably just assume the HEA place. So, yeah. But with this, well, Kami actually tells Goku that he's going to be bringing Goku somewhere else to train. That Kami, she tells Goku to run Snake away as fast as possible, and he'll tell Goku when to come back. Goku reaches this once he's finished crying, Kami and thanks him, and then Goku would dash off as fast as possible, right towards fucking King Kai's planet. Took Goku around 6 months in canon. This time it took Goku around 5 months, so like a month reduction. Pause more time. So Goku would just proceed to train with King Kai for actually longer than 6 months, basically a whole year. Eventually, he actually heads back to Earth for the tournament. When he heads back, it's the tournament versus Tien, and by the time Goku returns, he has a power level of around 14,000. He was just that strong King Kai, and during the whole time, he was able to measure Spirit Bomb and learn how to use it properly. Actually, learn how to rely on the spirit of, well, he's actually able to draw from these spirits of the afterlife. Mainly, well, people who are willing to help him. And with how much Goku has trained, being with Roshi and Shen's old master, people who are former students of Turtle Hermit School and actually admire Roshi, he basically rely on the spirits of the afterlife, being King Kai, King Yama, the angels down there, with lowercase a, his parents, and actually a few Saiyans who are in Bardock's squad, and a few Saiyans who actually admire Bardock. So he can rely on Saiyans, angels, King Yama, King Kai, fucking the old students of the Turtle School. He can rely on a lot of people in the afterlife to the point where he doesn't harm Earth whatsoever with the Spirit Bomb until it hits something. Then with Kaioken, he can go all the way up to around... Well, he's actually still pretty small for being... At this point, he's like barely even 16. But he's 16 and looks like he's 4 years old. But his power with Kaioken, he can go up to Kaioken times 26 at its max. Then he also has his basic Super Saiyan, but now it's mastered. So, yeah. But, Goku would just mainly proceed to go about the tournament. He mops Tien with no effort. Basically, Goku would mop Raditz and Nappa with ease, and then with Vegeta, who may not be as strong as he is in Z, he may be on par with him. So we'll find out how much. So one person that could probably handle Goku currently, not probably that can handle Goku, Frieza, Beerus, Whis, Majin Buu. And I guess the pending androids, so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, because Tao isn't released. So, yeah. So there's like 10 future opponents that can only handle Goku. And then that's Goku using Super Saiyan, and he doesn't come in Super Saiyan Kaioken because his body is put under extreme pressure, and it kills him. It doesn't kill him like literally, but his body's in agony. With this, Goku mainly proceeded to go about and proceeded to fight against everyone wins. Krillin isn't killed by Tambourine because Kami trained all the humans. So yeah, the only ones he didn't train would be Tien, Chaozu, Shen. He trained Roshi, Yamcha, Krillin, and that's about it. But Bulma went up there because she got the option to learn about basically all of Earth's history and a lot of ancient technology that they may have lost. It actually did benefit her greatly. Also, Kami actually been studying the Saiyan race with the help of Bardock and Guinea from the afterlife. Mainly Bardock, but he actually learned how to make Saiyan armor and made some from Goku in case he actually would want it. And the thing is, it's connected to Goku, so it grows with his age. So yeah, he actually wears it when he's training because it's a lot more durable than his basic gear. So yeah, he's kind of training attire while his gi is his main clothing. But yeah. But eventually, it came to, Tambourine about to kill Krillin, but Krillin turned around, kicking Tambourine right across the face, and Tambourine flying back. Krillin is actually the strongest human, besides Goku, but Goku's not a human, he's alien. Goku is at 14,000, Kami actually trained a lot more, and is at around 1,000 himself. We have Krillin, who's actually around 300, exactly 300. Then below him is is I'm gonna say Yamcha at 200, 230, because he's actually been training a lot more because he also trained Kami. Then below Yamcha is Roshi at 200 exactly. Then below them you'd have like Shen and Chaozu and Tien. Yeah. But this we just going to see Krillin fight against Tambourine. He doesn't lose, but he doesn't like it's like a draw. So once the fight had basically ended in a draw, Tambourine eventually retreats, but Krillin just tells Goku to fly after it because they can only go after him. Well, Krillin can't go after him right now. He's pretty weak, and that Goku's the only person that can beat him. So Goku just jumps in the air and flies off after Tambourine, going slowly so he can just tail him. So as Tambourine would land, he actually tells Piccolo and the other Dark Souls about the strength of the human that he fought, and that had to be Son Goku. Then as in Piccolo's like, no, Son Goku would have killed you. He trained with King Kai. I know this. He would have murdered you in a second. You fought some random human who was on par with you. And you're not weak by any means. You're my son. You can't be. And he's like, so some random kid was that strong? Then Goku yelled, well, you attacked the wrong random kid, you damn freak. Slamming his elbow right into the back of Tambourine, and then making the ground crater. With that, Goku dashed at the other Dark Souls, completely thrashing them, until he got to King Piccolo, who wished to be young before he can kill Shenron. Goku basically tore his arms off and headbutted him through a few trees. Goku learned to be a bit ruthless with help of Bardock, who occasionally checked in on the training with the help of King Yama allowing him out of hell once or twice. So yeah. So he actually learned when it's appropriate for you to be ruthless unlike certain people. For the future, being ruthless on Raditz is something Goku would most definitely do because Raditz is a scumbag. But yeah. But Goku basically just demolished King Piccolo with no effort. King Piccolo just couldn't just imagine he could not win even in 10 years. But with this, basically Goku would just tell Piccolo that he either can be sealed away, or he can just disappear and leave Earth. Piccolo would then go for Sing Attack and shove his fist through Goku's chest, but instead Goku more or less did a Ki, and Piccolo's hand just broke on Goku's body. Because Piccolo had one arm left, regenerated at least. Piccolo screamed in pain, holding his hand, and holding it. He can't really hold it. He only has one arm right now. That's the last effort as Goku let's slam his fist in Piccolo's chest to knock him out. Goku spat out an egg, and that leaves up all his ki, killing him. With Goku's speed, he just jumped up in the air and just grabbed the egg, then held onto it as he landed, making sure the egg didn't even crack one bit. So he actually does know a bit about Namekians, knowing this is probably, the spawn of King Piccolo, which would be, in result, other half of Kami. He brings the egg up to Lookout, Kami and him raise it, and like my other what if earlier today, Goku actually does more or less make sure Piccolo learns its place and learns respect through throwing him off the lookout, kicking him off the lookout, punching him off the lookout, body climbing off the lookout, basically throwing him off the lookout daily. Each time he showed to be disrespectful in any way. Actually, Piccolo realized that Goku's an object he cannot surpass. Plus, Goku kind of went back and forth with King Kai's planet and Earth. So yeah. Pause. But eventually, we go on to the next tournament after around 3-4 years. Goku's now 19, so 3 years. Piccolo's 3 years old, but this time, he actually really kind-hearted, how much he actually respects Kami and Goku at this point. Plus he actually had visited King Kai's planet, and he wasn't allowed to physically train there. He was only allowed to meditate with Kami, who actually had spoke with Piccolo telepathically. We actually allowed Kami and Piccolo to reach a few understandings, and Piccolo now acts how he does in Cell Saga. A lot like that, actually. So Kami actually trusts Piccolo enough to fuse with him. So, yeah. But with this, we mainly just see Goku and King Kai doing the main training whenever Piccolo came with him. And, yeah. Now with this, we move on to the tournament. Pause real quick. So Goku, by the time that the next tournament would start, he's at around 218,000 in his base form with King Piccolo. Not King Piccolo, with King Kai training only for the whole 3 years. And he didn't really train all too much. He actually spent time just helping Piccolo train. But Goku is at 218,000 in base form. Then with Kaioken going up to 36, he can go up to, I believe it was 7.85 million. Then with Super Saiyan, he can go up to 11 million. So, yeah. With this, Goku would just mainly proceed to he just proceeds to just do his own thing, is Piccolo had actually jumped up to be around 8,000. Kami trained Piccolo a lot more than Goku did. Kami is actually around 3,000 himself. The humans trained with like Piccolo occasionally whenever he was training with Kami. Then the humans trained with Kami a lot. So yeah. So Piccolo. So in terms of alien strength, it goes Goku, Piccolo, Kami. Those are the aliens. Let's only count Tien, who rose up to be around 1,000, exactly 1,000. Then you have Chaozu, whatever Chaozu is. Chaozu is at around 300 as it comes to aliens. Then we have Krillin as the strongest human. Currently around, I'm going to say he was already at 300 before the tournament. Krillin currently is at around 400. And then, that's a low balling Krillin. Krillin's at around 500. Then below him we have Yamcha, who's at around 415. He didn't train with Kami too much because he still had a career to focus on. Focus on being a martial art instructor, as a lot of girls found him attractive in the last tournament, so I'm focusing on that just to get more girls. But then below him we have Roshi, who's at around exactly 400. So yeah. And Bulma actually began helping Capsule flourish at this point. It's like the first month of the now 3-year time skip. Bulma at the beginning of that had already become the leader of Capsule Corp, the CEO, because of how much knowledge she knew about the world and how much she was able to infuse into tech. Like, her Dragon Ball's already, well, not her Dragon Balls, her Dragon Ball Radar, they're already able to pick up the Dragon Ball dynamic because of how much she upgraded it using ancient technology she knows about. Like, she knows about every bit of tech from history. Even if it's lost, alien, doesn't matter. She knows about it all. So she knows about a lot of things. And eventually during this time, she found out about Kami's ship and actually began working on it. And plus with Goku telling her about the gravity training that he does in King Kai's planet, because gravity's so heavy there, she made a machine for Goku just specifically for gravity training. So then Kami actually attached it to the Lookout, and first thing he made Bulma, kind of copied it, giving Bulma the original, then could attach a copy to the Lookout. He did make the copy a lot more durable, but then again, the one that Goku will be using in Capsule Corp occasionally, it's not too bad. This one Goku did actually say he would marry Chi-Chi, but he did it because she's kind of cute to him, but also she wouldn't stop bugging him. So, like, on the other what ifs, she was annoying, yet this time Goku found her slightly cute. So, yeah. Now with this, we go on. 3 years pass, the tournament happens. Piccolo and Goku dominated until it was just Piccolo versus Goku. Then Piccolo attacked Goku, then got one shot halfway across the planet. So, yeah. Next few years pass. Goku went from like 218,000 to 218,500. So not much of a multiplier. But if I can round, it can go up or down, and I'll shoot down and keep it the same. So 218,000 is the basic for Goku. And that this is full power without weights on. So yeah. But with this, we should move on, going all the way on to basically just Raditz arriving. So when Raditz arrives, he senses, his scouter picks up a few high power levels. Highest one actually matching him. She's not the highest actually. One of the lower ones actually matching him. Highest one is on par with Nappa. Highest one is his scouter pick up. 2 of them, his scouter basically just has his question marks. But the thing is, well, 1 is 6 question marks, 1 is 5. So yeah. But then, well, the highest one you can read is around 8,000. Then the one below that is on par with Nappa. One below that is on par with him. One below that one is barely close to his level. So the highest one, Goku. Below him, we have Piccolo. Then at 8,000, we have Gohan. Goku actually was able to convince Chi-Chi to actually have Gohan train with him a lot, because Super Saiyan is it's a stick on based on rage. If Gohan cannot control it, Gohan will be a lot stronger than he should be. Also in this one, Goku basically has endless potential to the point where, like, originally he has a lot, but then Gohan supposedly has a lot more. Well, this Goku has a lot more potential than any character in the series, because, well, usually he can't tap into it currently. But he has a lot of it. But Goku mainly proceeds to be the highest one. Gohan training together. Gohan learning how to use Super Saiyan briefly, because, well, he has a lot of S cells, about as much as Goten. So turning Super Saiyan was basically nothing for him. So yeah. But with this, we just move on, going all the way over to when Raditz would arrive at the fight. He fights the one that's barely on his level. The one barely on his level is actually, Roshi. The one that's exactly on his level are actually tied as Krillin and Yamcha. Yamcha picked up the slack on his training a lot more. Extra turn Kami in private and Piccolo. Piccolo also lives with Chi-Chi and Goku, and Gohan. So yeah. So Piccolo, Krillin and Yamcha are both tied at 1,500. Below them, we have Roshi, who's at around 1,300. Then Chaozu is really at around 1,000. And then we'd have above them, we'd have Tien, who's at around 4,000. He's on par with Nappa. And then we have Gohan, then Piccolo, then Goku. So yeah, that explains it. But Yamcha and Krillin combined, they mop Raditz pretty easily. Before he even turn into Grave, when he tries to fire a false moon, Goku blew it up pretty easily. Plus, Kami already helped Goku with permanently removing Gohan's tail, because Goku can't do that. He doesn't know how to even control the Great Ape. He just preferred Super Saiyan over it. And Gohan unlocked Super Saiyan at a fairly young age, by the way. Like, he unlocked it very young, since he was trained to use Super Saiyan. Like, so he's specifically trained for Super Saiyan training. Because Goku didn't know if Hyper Saiyans were stronger than him, were stronger than average. He didn't know this. So he actually just prepared for the worst case scenario, being that they were, and give Gohan intense training constantly. Then Gohan actually unlocked Super Saiyan quite recently. And he's 4 years old. So yeah. He unlocked Super Saiyan I'd say probably a week after his 4th birthday. And the whole Garlic Jr. thing passed pretty easily for them, so yeah. But moving on, Raditz is defeated. Then Goku actually asked if Raditz is willing to become a good guy and be with them. Raditz said no, like Kakarot's an excuse of a Saiyan, and he'd rather die than lose his pride living like Kakarot. Goku had sighed, and began telepathically communicating with Bardock, as that's one ability he had learned from Kami, asking Bardock what he should do. Bardock says, well, if your brother wants to live like scum, you can't change that. Sorry. Goku said he understands. The communication, then told everyone look away. He says something they hear a loud boom, and they hear Raditz coughing on something that, they hear him coughing on liquid, and that would obviously be its blood. They hear a loud splash, and they all turn around, seeing something drifting away. Goku felt bad about doing that, as he actually never felt fond of killing. The only time he did kill of his own accord was Tao, because Tao was a honestly bad person, but it's different because Raditz's family. He was his brother. So killing Raditz was for something very different for Goku. Gohan going to be comforting his father. And now the next few years pass, because they still got warned by Raditz about Vegeta and Nappa arriving within at least 1 year. But now Goku wondered what he should do, and Bulma brought up gravity training. Goku tests out the gravity room. Actually insists that the one here, the original, should be used by the humans. Well, then him, Gohan, and Piccolo will use the one that's on lookout, because that's a lot more durable, and it can actually withstand Goku's Kamehameha in Super Saiyan form. Kami had to upgrade the lookouts significantly, then upgrade the Dragon Balls themselves, as they can grant 3 wishes. They're about as powerful as Dragon Balls on Namek, so yeah, they're about that powerful. So yeah. So Goku, Piccolo, and Gohan were training on lookout for the whole few months. No, actually not few months, the whole year. And yeah, also quick. So Goku, he went up to around 2,280,000 in his base form. Super Saiyan left him with 114 million. And then, if he were to use Super Saiyan 2, which he had recently unlocked with Gohan, he can go up to 228 million. So, yeah. Gohan only has basic Super Saiyan, but Gohan can go up to, Gohan's around 72,000, and that means he can go up to 3.6 million. Now, Piccolo actually had learned Kaioken, and actually began learning it to its full ability, And with it not having as much of a physical toll on him, he trained it a lot more, actually mastering Kaioken not one, Kaioken times 2, all the way up to Kaioken times 30. Which I can use them a bit better than Goku can, with a longer time limit, than Goku can even use Super Saiyan. Then Piccolo actually be pretty close in power to Goku, actually almost on his level. So yeah, I don't know if you say Piccolo with Goku being in 2 million. Piccolo is pretty close actually around the 1.9 million area. So yeah, the humans each actually now the weakest one being Roshi, who actually gets back in the habit of fighting because of Yamcha wanting to train with him a lot, plus and Kami. And Kami even joining in with the gravity training occasionally. Well, Roshi and Kami are the weakest ones, and Kami and Roshi are the weakest ones, but Kami, even before they were warned about Vegeta and Nappa, he was already on par with Nappa. But now Kami at this point had grown to be around power level of around 7,000. Roshi grew to be on par with Nappa. Then we have basically everyone else being able to mount Nappa with no effort. Leaving actually, the truth, no one dies via Cybermen. Chaozu doesn't even die. Like, Chaozu's the one to kill all Cybermen because he's at around 4,000 exactly alongside Roshi. So yeah. So those Cybermen are summoned, Chaozu just zoomed or appeared behind Nappa, and all Cybermen just fall in half and they're dead. Now spin around go punch, but then he's hit in the face by a buffed up Roshi, being sent flying into the giant rock formation. As he's trying to pull himself out of it, he's suddenly just kind of like Superman by Chaozu, being sent flying through more rock structures. And he realizes that only 2 of them are handling him, while a lot more are against Vegeta. The ones against Vegeta are actually, first up is Krillin, who's at around 10,000 in base form. They don't have Kaioken, so I almost said base, but Krillin is 9 or 10,000. We have Yamcha, who went up a bit to be around 7,000. Then Tien's the strongest, actually pretty close to Vegeta in power at 15,000. So Zell game from Vegeta, they eventually being overwhelming in power. So eventually he'd thrown up a false moon, and they fix it as a a missed ki blast. But they look into it. Well, Vegeta looks into it, and then he turns into a great ape. And it's basically destroying them till Gohan would crash into him, then Vegeta falling back. With Vegeta falling to his back, eventually he gets up, wondering who did that, seeing Gohan. He says, a brat like you can knock me down. Impressive. He gets back up, trying to fire off a mouth beam, and Gohan holds up most of his bare hands. Suddenly, Piccolo ends up kicking the giant gray ape down, saying, going full power on a child. How disgraceful are you? I heard saying royalty was honorable. The complete opposite. You're a disgrace to your race. Piccolo basically elbowed a great ape Vegeta, breaking every single one of his ribs, and he was pummeling Vegeta, throwing him around like a rag doll. Actually, Vegeta's panting and just wondering how the hell this Namekian's beating him. A Namekian. Suddenly, Piccolo would appear right above Vegeta, drop basically just axe kicking him in the head, and Vegeta then wobbles up, wondering. I take you're the one stronger than Kakarot here. Huh? Yeah, you have to be stronger than Kakarot. He's only born a low-class Saiyan. Piccolo laughs, saying, me, stronger than Goku. Huh. I can only dream of that. In reality, it's actually not a dream. He's pretty close in power with Goku if he were to use Kaioken to his full ability. So, yeah. When Vegeta actually heard that, he's like, well, I don't know how strong he is. So something going and said, I want a rematch. Give me a rematch. Vegeta said, so you can lose again, child. Huh. Well, with pleasure. Vegeta stumbles up with his body broken. Piccolo holds his hand out, completely healing Vegeta. This time, Piccolo was able to withdraw a bit of his Zenkai from from Vegeta. Actually dumbing down Vegeta's power, because Piccolo simply wanted to. Vegeta didn't know he got a Zenkai, didn't know how strong it was. Didn't know that if it gave him a strong multiplier, but it was a Zenkai. He go on stared at my eye smirking, and then went Super Saiyan. This made Vegeta's jaw drop, so he suddenly punched right in the chest by Gohan, being sent flying. Before he hits the city, he's kicked in the air even higher, and being treated like a rag doll, being slammed on the ground over and over by this measly little 5-year-old. Instantly, Gohan is done, and actually asks Vegeta if he wants more. is just basically just too dazed and almost unconscious to answer. Going to disable Super Saiyan, and the humans are shocked that Gohan is this strong. Vegeta eventually reverted to his base form after Goku tore off his tail. And yeah. As Goku is busy picking the Z fighters, as they're all pretty tired, suddenly a pod had hit Goku right in the side, sending Goku flying into a rock formation. Before he can actually dash the pod, Vegeta had got in and was already basically just jetting off at insane speeds. Goku's pretty close behind Vegeta. Let's grab the pod. Suddenly just jetted off, burning Goku's hand, and now, well, they're too far away. Goku decided to float back on the ground, saying they got away, and he actually apologized for that. They say no biggie. And with that, we just move on, going to the next, few months. Actually, not a few months, actually, the next month of training. And it's just a dynamic, because Krillin still opened his big, fat mouth. So, yeah. So, they already have a ship ready. Bulma already can speak to Mechian with Piccolo and Kami, because Kami top Piccolo top Bulma. So, yeah. So, on Earth, we would have Roshi and Yamcha looking after it, Krillin, Tien, and Chaozu, and Goku. So, on Earth, we have we have Roshi, Chaozu, Yamcha, and Kami looking after it. Then we'd have Goku, Gohan, Piccolo, Krillin, and Tien going up to Namek. So 4 on Earth, 5 on Namek, plus Bulma, so 6 on Namek, but Bulma's not really a fighter, so it wouldn't be too helpful. But she actually developed a weapon, being able to actually somewhat pierce Goku's Saiyan armor that he actually brings along. And that's actually pretty hard to pierce Goku's Saiyan armor. It'll at least take a great 8th level of power to destroy it. At least actually to make it crack and everything. So if Bulma develops a weapon that strong and brings it with her, she's a threat on the level of Captain Ginyu. So yeah. So Goku, Piccolo, and Gohan have their own ship. But let's get one about Nappa. Roshi basically killed Nappa. With how hard Roshi hit him, Nappa was gonna die in days, regardless. But then he kept getting back up, so Roshi beat him even harder, and he killed Nappa. But yeah. But with this, we should go on, going up to Namek. The humans plus Tien and Bulma arrive. So the humans plus Tien arrive, and they've been going across Namek. So yeah. Now they also got a lot stronger, and Tien's actually the strongest out of all of them, being at around 30,000 at his highest. Then below him we have Krillin, who's at around, I'm gonna say Krillin at, let's say, 24,000. And actually, Gohan had gone with the humans. It's Piccolo and Goku on the ship. So Gohan is at around, he's at 77,000. He was at 77,000 when he fought against Vegeta. It's a great ape, but now he actually went up to around 86,000. Pause. So Gohan is at around, I believe I said 84,000. Tien's at 35,000. Krillin is at 24,000. Bulma is at her basic 30. So yeah. But she has a weapon with the power level matching Great 8 Vegeta, so that works. But those guys run around Namek, causing havoc. Not causing havoc, they give the Dragon Ball, and then eventually they come across Vegeta. And Vegeta couldn't question what Bulma was going to do with the gun, because she threatened him with it. And what she did is blow off one of his legs immediately. Or she tried to, but instead it just made a giant deep wound inside of it, making Vegeta yell in pain. And actually impaired Vegeta's ability to walk, and with how much blood he was losing, could not fly because it basically splattered blood everywhere. So Vegeta basically just laid down, then had tied up his leg. So yeah. So now immediately he knows which group not to attack. If his gun doesn't run on bullets, it runs on ki. She just needs her teammates to refill it. That's about it. So with this, we should go on. Goku and Piccolo eventually arrive. Find him real quick. So when Goku arrives, he's already at a power level 25.8 million. Behind him we have a Piccolo, who himself is at, I believe it was, what was it? So Piccolo with a power level of 21.3 million. Goku at 25. 25 million. Pretty sure it's 25.8. That's messed. I messed up. It's 25 million. But then Goku and Piccolo both using his Kaioken, Goku using Super Saiyan. That's mastered. He doesn't really use Super Saiyan 2 too much because there's really no need for it. Those two both, they're on equal. So yeah, Piccolo's Kaioken goes times 60. Goku Super Saiyan goes up to times 50. So yeah. With this, they both first they fight against basically everyone that they come across. The Z fighters that are human plus Gohan, well, those guys just combined, without not counting Gohan, completely obliterate the Ginyu Force. Then Ginyu tried to body swap with Gohan, saying that Gohan took down Raccoon in one shot. When he tried that, Bulma killed Ginyu. She blew his head off. That's really just the best way to say it. She killed him. She blew his head apart. And yeah. So Vegeta eventually arrives seeing Bulma and fired off the gun, and then sees Ginyu's head smoking. Then just sees Ginyu at the ground dead. So yeah. Vegeta asks how the gun is that strong, and she says she modeled it after Vegeta's Great Ape power. Then made Vegeta feel insecure because Ginyu barely even died. Like Ginyu's heart was still pumping for like a minute or two, then he died. So Vegeta's like, so if I went all out in my Great Ape form, he would have still lived for at least that long. I'm weak. That's about Kakarot and everyone. But then saw just like Zarbon and Dory hit the ground with just loud thuds. Seeing Goku land on top of them, saying, wait, which one's Zarbon? Which one's Doria? Then Piccolo then examines him, saying, the pink one seems stupid, so I'm gonna call him Doria. That name's stupid too. So stupid paired to stupid, leaving lizard to be Zarbon. But you said, good guess. They were right. That's when Goku says, good job, Piccolo. But with that, we just see just Goku and everyone just begin talking for a bit until eventually they head to Guru, and Goku and Piccolo don't get their potential unlocked. They don't need it. Gohan eventually doesn't need it either because Goku's potential with his Super Saiyan form is eventually just unlocking rapidly. He only wants to hold himself back a bit because he got too strong for his own good. So just hold himself back a bit. Well, this Piccolo doesn't really need it either, as he would actually want a different request. Not Kami. Guru asked what this request is, and he actually requests to fuse with Nail. This kind of intrigues Guru, asking why he would want to fuse. Piccolo says he wants the knowledge of Namek, and he thinks it may take too long to actually be here. He still needs to protect Earth, but wants to know where he's from. And Nail actually says that he thinks it'd be good for him to actually get to know another culture, being Earth culture, but also being able to protect Namek in his own way, not standing idly by. Guru sees reason this with this, just tell Nail not to, but Nail says would Guru rather him sit around do nothing, or just commit a forbidden technique? Guru, being cornered with this decision, does still say it's forbidden, but Nail says he'd rather take exile than let some outsiders save his planet, and him not do anything. That him and Piccolo fuse, giving Piccolo a multiplier, actually matching Goku now. So Goku, he surpasses Goku now. But then they arrive. So this they arrive at where Frieza is, and we'll simply Gohan can mop Frieza with no effort. That's how strong Gohan is once he gets his potential unlocked. He's on par with canonical Goku. In Saiyan Talk, he's on par with Frieza. He's just a little bit stronger than him. Then Frieza would try to fire Ki Blast right at Tien, but Tien is able to actually somewhat slap it away. But not without having his hand cut and stuff. But he's still able to slap it away, which impressed Frieza. So yeah, because Tien currently with his special being unlocked, is actually pretty close in power to First Form Frieza. So yeah. Then Frieza jumped away right towards Piccolo. Then Piccolo just kicked him through multiple mountain and hill formations. Then Frieza turned around, suddenly grabbed by Goku, and Goku had held him in place. Then Gohan, don't hold back this punch. Gohan aimed right for the heart, putting his sounds fucking weird. Putting his fist right on Frieza's chest, making a hole right through his heart, making Frieza actually die. Goku let go of Frieza, and Gohan would see a tiny fist imprint on his father's gi, but Goku's not even fazed by it. That's when you realize how strong Goku truly is compared to him. So yeah, after that, Frieza's body is just there. Then Goku actually threw it in the air and giving Vegeta the honor to use a Final Flash to completely incinerate it. With that, Final Flash destroys Frieza's body completely, not even leaving a single atom of it left. That everyone heads back to Earth, and Guru actually asks Piccolo if he can unfuse a nail. Piccolo says that Nail isn't really too keen on it right now, but Guru then says, well, then for my remaining amount of time, I request that you help me choose the next Elder. Piccolo had gone through Nail's memories quickly, choosing Elder Mori, and he is chosen to be the next Elder, or the next Guru, I mean. So yeah. Now with this, we just go on, going all the way on to them heading back to Earth, waiting like 3 years, because Goku doesn't usually head over to Yardrat with the insistence of King Kai for like a month. Go on, hangs out with his mother most of the time, but turns to Piccolo occasionally. Then Goku heads back to Earth. He's back to Earth. He's at around, he went from like 25 million to around 28 million. Piccolo stayed at around, not stayed, but he went up to 27 million, as he went from like 26 million to 27 million. And yeah, we have Gohan, who's at about, I'm going to say, Gohan was at 3 million on Namek. He jumped all the way up to, I'll say he jumped up to 10 million. Vegeta went to Earth with them, and actually be in the Bulma, and still, well, they still do their things. Vegeta, at full power, is, well, also Super Saiyan with the help of Gohan. But Vegeta is at around his same canonical level, and yeah. The humans, they're all at least over 1 million, so I'll say that right now. They're all at least 1 million themselves, besides like Roshi and Chaozu. Roshi's at like 700,000, and then we have Chaozu at like 600,000. So yeah, we have Kami, who doesn't really fight too much, but he's at 700,000 himself as well. We have Dragon Ball's even more, and they're a lot stronger. So yeah. But they arrive. Well, Trunks, this one kills King Cold, then actually gives Goku the information, and coincidentally, Piccolo overheard it, and yeah. Pause real quick. So Vegeta's power stays the same throughout most of this What If up until the Buu saga, but for the whole Saiyan saga, it stays the same. Then Goku, well, with his power. In Super Saiyan 1, he's at around 1.4 billion. Then Super Saiyan 2, around, I'm going to say, 2.8 billion. But then he has a form that you can only use for around 1 second only. Not one, but I'll say it's like 4 seconds at the max. Form being Super Saiyan 3. Only use it for 4 seconds at a time because it drains his ki so fast and causes so much physical strain. So, yeah. Gohan at 10 million, then times 50 with Super Saiyan, he can go up to 500 million, then can go all the way over to, well, around 1 billion with Super Saiyan 2 that he unlocked. Vegeta didn't unlock that yet. He's on the verge of doing it. Like in the middle of fight versus Cell, he'll unlock Super Saiyan 2, but still be too weak in all honesty, because Cell has the cells of everyone else. But Piccolo had used Kami all this time, that's how he got to 27 million, but also just focused on upgrading Dragon Ball because he became Kami himself. First he had to separate his evil self, which wasn't really too hard, he did that pretty easily, then sealed him away. Yeah, but Piccolo is just basically hearted, but yeah. Then with this, we just going on to Piccolo, who can go up to Kaioken times 100, going up to 2.7 billion at full power. Pretty close to actually Goku. At least in Super Saiyan 2, he's close to Goku. Well, if Goku goes Super Saiyan 2, he's close to Goku, but that's about it. Humans are all at least at 1 million, like so the power before. Trunks is just amazed at how strong everyone here is. But Goku, with his time on Aerodret, had mastered instant transmission pretty fast, moving on to Force Spirit Fission. So, yeah, that's the one thing he thought would be pretty cool. Felt like drawing out Ki would be pretty fun. Not pretty fun, but pretty cool, so he did that. Next, we just go on to the Androids attacking, being Android 21 and 20. 21 is actually, well, it's not the hot woman that we all know. 21 this time actually is Mercenary Tao, because he was not in the tournament when Tien had to fight him this time. It was actually Tien versus some random guy. Tao is now a perfected android. So when he fights Tien, well, Tao isn't really too strong, actually. Tao's actually pretty weak for all the other androids. And I did highball him earlier, but then comparing Tao's power to the other androids, I did not feel right putting him up there. So I'm lowballing Tao because I don't like him, just in all honesty. So Tao's like on par with Tien, and then he's killed by Tien. Then Yao Yamcha ends up fighting Jiro. Jiro kind of does the same thing to him. But then when he tries to like shoot his hand through Yamcha's chest, Yamcha holds his hand in place. Then tells Roshi, now. Suddenly Roshi's staff would hit like the elbow of Jiro's robot, bashing his arm off. Then he's kicked through a building. Not Roshi, Jiro is. Android 919's fearing for his life. Suddenly he's grabbed by a Piccolo. And suddenly everyone just sees Piccolo's hand emit a blast and it completely incinerates 19. Jiro escapes, releasing the androids, but then 17 kills him. They release 16. Then the humans arrive. Well, everyone arrives at their location. But Goku being too focused on training at this point, he's around 33 million at full power. He still ends up getting a heart virus, passing out, and everyone else fights. Gohan went from 10 million to 13 million. Piccolo went from 27 million to 30 million. Vegeta stays the same. Then everyone else just fights and they lose. So yeah, Goku will come from his heart virus, and then proceeded to get up, fight, and everything proceeds to be the same up until we go on to the deaths of Tien and Piccolo. Then some they don't die, but unless they're pretty critically injured. Piccolo made sure he didn't die because they lose the chance of Dragon Balls. So instead, he actually split himself off, making like a clone. And then the clone was kicked in front of Cell, and Piccolo escaped. So yeah, Piccolo went to the lookout, resting, and to be him kind of just laying there dying until Goku had arrived and just helped him. And then as Cell has to get up there, suddenly he's just kicked on the ground by Tien, and Tien says he'll hold him off as best as he can. So Cell and Tien fight. It's not really much of a fight, but still Tien tries. And this one, Tien loses a leg and then gets just a giant slash across his chest, almost dying from blood loss, but Gohan saves him. But now Cell games are announced, they have 10 days to train, and during this time, Vegeta had unlocked Super Saiyan 2. This is where his difference comes in. If you know Vegeta's canonical power level at this point, just times it by 100, then you have the power level of Vegeta. But then just do the math for each and every Super Saiyan form that Goku has, being Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, and times that by 33 million, then you have the power of Goku. But Cell doesn't have Super Saiyan 3 at all. He doesn't even know it exists because Goku hasn't showed it off. He doesn't use it. He used Super Saiyan 2 to handle the androids, and that's about it. But 16 also doesn't die because Gohan actually cares for 16 and just make sure he's safe because 16 proves to be not too bad. On the fight, Gohan in this one actually does lose to Cell, but he barely lost. Leaving the fight first as being Cell versus Goku. Once fight Goku again because Goku immediately forfeit. Goku actually spent the time charging up a lot more ki and building it up. Actually having at least a small extra supply of it to annihilate Cell. But Goku and Cell fight. The whole fight, they seem equals until Cell actually began going full power. Goku goes into Super Saiyan 2 and Cell asks, what do you do from here? I'm stronger than you, and you're at full power. Goku says no, he's not at full power. Roaring going into Super Saiyan 3, where everyone can even see the form, even what it looks like. They see Cell's body blown apart, over and over and over again, in between 4 seconds. And Goku actually overestimates how strong Cell is in this form. Like, he's moving so fast that Cell still can't even see or comprehend it. Then Goku's moving so fast that time is basically being so slow for him. Whereas that Cell can't even see what Goku's doing, fired off one minuscule ki blast, and actually blows apart Cell's nucleus, completely killing it. That Goku had landed on the ground, Super Saiyan 3 is already gone, and Cell's dead. They applaud Goku, and Goku gets the fame in place of Mr. Satan. I was seeing Satan very dejected and feeling bad. Goku said that Mr. Satan was the one that convinced him to go to the Cell games. Everyone was confused, but Goku just says he cannot. He doesn't want to feel bad about seeing some guy wanted to try his best against Cell, not get any fame or fighting time whatsoever. So it was basically just a shout out of pity. Basically, all Z fighters get a ton of money besides Tien and Piccolo. That's really it. Piccolo doesn't need money. Tien doesn't really care. So yeah, Tien has Shen's money, and Piccolo's God. He doesn't need money. Yeah. So Goku is tied with Bulma in wealth, and Chi-Chi just rests everyone just pays taxes to the government and Goku. He doesn't want them to, but they do it. But I'm in this part here. If it's enjoyed, like and subscribe, comment from another part. Bye.